This next one is very, very cool. It was a big hit on Shark Tank. They have exploded since launching on Shark Tank. I am so thrilled that we were able to launch them here on Grommet. They went live yesterday. It was founded by a former NFL athlete whose brother is also a former NFL athlete, the Gronkowski brothers. This is the Ice Shaker, and this is so cool. As someone in a former life, I started a supplement company and I was shaker bottle obsessed. I have hundreds of them in the kitchen. And there's a couple key players in that industry that had a stronghold on this market for a very long time. Ice Shaker completely broke the mold. This is such a high quality shaker that keeps ice cold for up to 30 hours. I don't know how long it takes you to drink a protein drink, but it's not 30 hours, but it's going to help you to keep your drinks cold for up to 30 hours. I have a really cool hydration drink in there right now. Oh, I love that we always get different colors. It happens every week that we do this. But we both have some really cool colors. I think mine suits me very well with my black and red. You have a very cool one as well. This is one of the coolest shaker mugs I have ever seen. Love these guys. Marcy, I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us some of your thoughts. I know this is a brand that you've been following for years now as well. And this is a really special treat to have a brand like Ice Shaker launching on Grommet and being a part of Grommet Live today. So I know I'm excited for this one.
Well, I am a Shark Tank groupie, so I definitely I watched live when this one originally aired, and it was one of my favorite Shark Tank episodes. It was so fun and so full of energy, and it is one of the Gronk brothers, which I actually think, and I was going to ask your opinion, Greg, on this, but I thought it was interesting that here they have the Gronkowski name, right? And they're uber famous athletes, and they had the opportunity, obviously I'm always thinking of marketing, they had the opportunity to really capitalize on the Gronkowski name, but yet interestingly they did not include it at all. And so I did hear on a podcast recently that Chris, who was actually the original creator of the product, talked about that was really by design, and that the reason why they didn't do it is because they didn't want people that were not fans of the Gronkowski brothers or the team to really shun the brand. So he wanted it to stand on its own, which I thought was very clever, and it has clearly worked for him. He got a deal on that Shark Tank episode with Mark Cuban and A-Rod, who I guess was a guest that time. And I think he got $150,000 for 15%, if I remember that correctly. And I just read that they are having so much success that he actually just bought A-Rod out of his deal. So they went from being a single product to it's a whole line of products. And they really, the quality, the innovation, I'm so impressed with all the cool new items that they have. We didn't really even talk about this little guy right here, which is the patented, what do you call it? Is it an agitator, Greg? I always forget what the name of that is. But basically, if you've ever used a smoothie shaker, there's something very clunky in it that, to really mix that powder just perfectly. Well, with this guy, it's basically silent. So when you are mixing that, you get that perfect blend where everything is mixed together, but it's silent, which is really kind of nice. And now I saw they even have a fruit infuser. So you can take this off and put the infuser on. And so you can have that infused water, or you could do iced tea, you can do cocktails, you could do wine, anything that you want to keep chilled or that you want to keep hot. And so the other thing that I thought was so cool when I went to their site is that they have a protein coffee. So a coffee that is high in protein that they make smoothies with, which I haven't tried it, but I want to try it because it sounds so good. They have a pumpkin spice. Very cool. But so many great features. The silicone bottom. This guy is 26 ounces, so it holds so much. I really appreciate the handle on it. Just, when you're walking with a water bottle, to have that nice big size handle. And then the flip top right there. So they really did think of everything. I love that they have the measurements on the inside so that you know exactly, I don't know if you can see them there, the lines there. So really to me, it's like the ultimate water bottle smoothie maker. It's kind of an everything bottle, but amazing different colors. And again, it's one of those things, it's a unisex gift. Everybody loves something like this. So if you have someone that you really struggle with, this is kind of, you cannot miss with this one, especially because it's got the great story of Shark Tank and all of that.
Yeah,
So fun item.
I think a lot of traditional shaker bottles, they're just for gym heads, right? Like you get your protein drink in them, whatever it is. Like I could see my wife using this at the baseball game. I know there's so many of these like drinks like Liquid IV and like these hydration drinks that a lot of people are drinking now. Like this is perfect for that if you're just going out for a walk, if you're going out to the park, if you're just, keep this in your car. I think it fits in every standard size cup holder, so you can be bringing it with you on the go. And like you said, great for both women and men looking for something to keep their drinks cold. And so this is super cool. And I also could conceal a nice little, margarita or something on a Friday night when you're at the ball field and you don't need anybody to know. I'm not condoning that by any stretch of the imagination, but I bet it would keep it really cold, even here in Florida. So
actually, I was going to tell the story of, if you're not someone who's already obsessed with the double wall insulation. I was out in Palm Desert, and it was 114 degrees that day. I had a black car and I had water with ice inside of one of these. Went into a shopping mall, was in there for a couple hours, and I came back to the car. I can only imagine it was probably 140 plus inside the car. And I thought, well, this is going to be a good test to see how well insulated it works. And I thought the water would be cool. That wouldn't have surprised me. But I was shocked when I opened it up and the ice cubes were still intact completely after 2 hours in a black car in 114-degree weather. So it's something else. I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
I love that. Well, again, make sure you jump in. Let us know if you have any questions, comments. Have any of you tried the ice shaker? Is this something you would like to try? Jump into the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And again, if you hit that QR code that was on the screen just a second ago, or you head to the Grommet and you search for the ice shaker, this is the page that's going to pull up. You can come in here and click that upvote button. It's going to get you 20% off, taking it from $34.99 to $27.99. Just come in here, click this upvote button. The party's going to start. The confetti is going to, fly all over the screen. And this is going to save it to your upvotes page, whether you're ready to purchase it right here, right now, today, or you're just like, man, that is super cool. I love this. I want to save this gift for sometime in the future. Hit that upvote button. We would love for you to do that. Chris and the team at Ice Shaker would love for you to do that as well. So make sure you head on over to thegrommet.com